didn't think Northgand would be this cold.
But Northgand was Teresa's territory. Wouldn't you have been here with her?
I think having my awareness controlled meant my senses were dulled as well.
I see. But the cold doesn't seem to be bothering Eisen at all. In fact, everyone else seems comfortable here.
If you shiver at these temperatures, you'll never make it on the high seas.
In my youth, I practiced the blade under the blazing sun and through raging blizzards. Besides, when I turned into a demon, extreme temperatures ceased to affect me.
The same thing happened to me. I used to hate winter, so that's some good luck.
But what of yourself? You seem to be handling it just fine.
I'm freezing, actually. I don't know how you stand it.
I loathe the cold more than anything. That's why I've armed myself with a secret weapon. I've stuck thin, yet powerful, Cuckoo brand hand warmers all over myself! I even packed them in my shoes!
Really? That sounds amazing!
I'm willing to share, if you act like a dove.
What?
Go cuckoo, like a dove.
Please share your cuckoo warmers with me. Cuckoo.
You're no velvet, that's for sure.
Look, no guards. I think it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'd say good. We can march straight in. There sure are a lot of Malachim posted here.
They're probably here to protect the therion, right?
One would assume.
The exorcist controlling them can't be far then. Be careful. This Nordal. It looks a lot like Grimoire and Bienfu, but there's something different about it that I can't quite put my finger on.
I agree. Those two are positively gloomy, but this doll seems calming, yet glamorous too.
Like I said, a quiet radiance.
Yeah.
You think so? I think it's more lethargic or absent-minded, like I can't tell what's going on in its head. Either way, I'm 1,000 times cuter than that thing.
What's cute about you? People who keep their faces covered are creepy.
I don't know. There's definitely something off about it. It's charming, but a little ominous. Like I can never entirely be at ease around it, if that makes sense.
You think so? Actually, I think it's cute. It reminds me of a little baby.
You think this looks like a baby?
I remember when my sister was about as small as that doll. She had the tiniest little hands, and she tried to grip my pinky as best she could.
Really?
I'd take my pinky with her fingers wrapped around it and poke her cheek, and she'd just be all smiles. I swore to myself I'd always do whatever I could to protect her. Once she got a little older and started fixing meals, lots of weird things began to happen around us. Wherever we went, she was in danger. Demons attacked us. A dragon tried to kidnap her. That's when I first realized what it was that I carried. That the cause of all my sister's pain was my blessing, my Reaper's curse.
So, you left her behind and went on your search for a way to break the curse.
Right. And that's when I met Ifrid. It was from him that I first heard about the Nordals. He thought the stories about them were all just baseless rumors.
I guess we'll never know for sure unless we gather them all. But
What is it?
I think something good will happen once they're all together.
Why do you say that?
Well, because we found this doll, you shared some of your past with us. That makes me kinda happy. So I think we should get the other three, so more happy stuff happens.
Hard to argue with you there.
Be on guard!
Come on, put up some fight, okay?
How's Medissa been acting?
She's calm. It looks like letting her in on the truth worked as well as we thought it might.
Good. Maybe she'll be easier to control now.
Halt! Who are you?
This fight is over!
These ruins. This feels like a sad place.
Sad? In what way?
Sorrow permeates this place. As if left behind by people who suffered torment and death. I guess that's a weird impression to get by just looking at some ruins, huh?
I'd trust my feelings if I were you. They'll often lead you to the truth of things. Besides, what you're feeling would explain a thing or two about these ruins.
It would?
Rather than attempting to impress visitors with beauty and opulence, the building and its passageways were built with strength and stability in mind. And that means...
They were anticipating volcanic earthquakes. And they expected that someone might turn violent in these passageways.
Not a bad observation. And what would bring such savage people to these halls? Surely they weren't just passing through.
Then this passage must have led to somewhere. Some room or structure deeper within. A prison for the worst criminals. Or maybe a battle arena.
And that's what gave you a sense of sadness.
If it was an arena, then treasure for the victors might be hidden away somewhere.
Why would it be hidden?
Well, those fighter types might not have been all that nice. And the people who built this place seem to have been the cautious type.
Hidden treasure, huh? Where do you think...
Save your speculation for another day, you two. We have a therion to find.
Right. Sorry.
So, about that treasure.
Eisen!
Ugh. We'll talk about this later, Laphicet.
All right.
So, Medissa really is here.
But what's this about the truth and controlling her? A barrier! She's a therion!
Third time's the charm, eh, kid?
Yeah.
You're Medissa? I am. And who might you be? We're like you. We carry grudges against the Abbey. And Shepherd Artorius.
It's gonna be okay. We came to get you out of here, Medissa.
There's no escape.
What?
Please, don't give up. I can—
No, you don't understand. There's no escape for you. If you dare sully Shepherd Artorius' ideals and the light the Abbey shines upon the world, I will kill you all!
Why are you doing this?
She's the Abbey's lackey now.
Way to jinx it, Rokuro.
You're wide open!
They just keep coming.
That snake woman keeps summoning them. If we don't go after her directly, there'll be no end to it.
Your left hand. Don't tell me you're the calamity.
Why are you doing this, Medissa? Why fight for the Abbey after they forced you to become a therion?
They didn't. I became one of my own free will.
But your daughter, slain at an exorcist's hands! You must hate the Abbey for that, don't you?
Oh, I feel hate. Toward a world where demons spawn from the people's malevolence.
You know about malevolence?
The exorcist told me the truth. Diana turned into a demon because of the malevolence she radiated. I knew what I had to do. Become a therion and devour malevolence so that such a tragedy would never repeat itself. It matters not what dreadful form my body may take. I will revive Enominat and change this wretched world! If that's how it is, fine. We'll take you by force. Going to end this! Her death will not be in vain!
This woman! She's just a grieving mother!
It doesn't matter! Crush them all! It's over. Curse you, Lord of Calamity. Lord of Calamity? That's the name of the demon lord who will bring about the Age of Chaos. The unrepentant embodiment of malevolence, whose blind pursuit of self-gratification will rain destruction upon the world. The irredeemable, uncontrollable personification of human sins. An evil like you! Demon, therion, Lord of Calamity, call me whatever you like. But if I'm the supposed Lord of Demons, then you're just a minion to be used as I please. Nothing more. No, I refuse. What happened to my Diana was my fault. That's why I will fight you until my dying breath!
Stop!
Don't get in my way!
No! Enough mothers have died. I won't let you join them! Eleanor and Kamawana, they both lost their mothers too. It's a terrible thing.
Kamawana?
A little girl that the Abbey forcefully made into a therion. Her mother tried to save her, but she failed. All she could do was to offer her own life to fill her child's empty stomach.
Kamawana's been crying ever since. She misses her mother. If you die here, I can only imagine how sad that would make your Diana.
Diana!
You don't need me anymore, Mom. I get it. You love this new dad more than your own daughter!
No, honey. I did it for you. But you really thought I stopped loving you. And the malevolence made you into a demon. It's all my fault. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Diana.
Medissa.
She'll be all right. She's just unconscious.
Let's grab her and haul her back.
I'll place her under a binding art, just in case.
Gotta hand it to the Abbey. Very resourceful, taking advantage of Medissa's regrets like that. Making her into a therion who would do their bidding.
It's just so cruel.
Who cares? Reason above all, no?
It's true. The way I feel goes against all reason. There's no telling what'll happen to Hellawes once we take Medissa out of here. And yet I'm doing exactly that, all on account of my own hang-ups. Even crushing Medissa's honest resolve.
According to reason, malevolence is the fault of the individual. You assume no responsibility or guilt for what happens to them.
I refuse to turn a blind eye to the consequences of my actions. I chose this path to seek the truth, not to deny it. If I'm to betray reason, then that is the very least I should do.
You're too much, you know that? You and Medissa both. Quit overthinking things. Just blame all the suffering on the Lord of Calamity. Makes life easier.
Velvet,
I'm not trying to cheer you up. I'm just saying it doesn't bother me. Whatever's coming, I can handle it.
Hey, Eleanor, I was wondering, do you think I hurt Medissa saying that stuff to her back there?
I suppose you might have. But I was thinking the exact same things you were. Losing a mother. It's always a tragedy. I'm glad you stepped in and stopped her.
Thanks.
That Eleanor. I swear, she feels way more responsibility for everything than she needs to. You think we need to worry? What if she pushes too far and erupts with malevolence?
Malevolence is born out of many things. A prideful ego, the self-righteousness that turns a blind eye to one's inner contradictions. Eleanor is different. She's mindful of her ego and strives to confront her inconsistencies of character.
She has a purity of heart that won't be tainted by the emotions that create malevolence. No other quality is as essential for an exorcist.
So she's probably okay?
For now, at least. But human hearts can be fickle things. Who knows what the future holds?
I doubt you got anything to worry about. For most exorcists, purity is a construct of the Abbey's teachings. But Eleanor, she's the real deal.
She's not your average exorcist, I'll give you that.
Purity is handy for any exorcist. But more than that, it's a rare and precious temperament for living. Everybody's got an ego and certain internal contradictions to some degree. Facing one's own ugliness in an honest manner is never easy. To be a normal human is to live carrying malevolence. It's just how much you let it control you that varies.
I guess malevolence might just be a fact of life, huh? But Artorias can't accept that.
Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Let's slip through town and head for Titania before that changes.
So this is your secret hideout. Once I get free, he won't stand a chance. You all had better sleep with one eye open.
Look how worried I am.
Welcome back!
That's Kamoana.
She's the same age as Diana. Did the Abbey really turn someone so young into a therion?
Medissa, please, would you be able to talk to her?
Is this a trick?
Kamoana may be a therion, but deep down, she's still a normal little girl who misses her mother. I can't do anything to console her, no matter what I try. But if it were you...
You okay? You can call me Medissa, all right? Do I scare you, honey?
A little, but not as much as Velvet and Dial. But don't you think I'm scary? I had a bad dream earlier. My mommy said I looked scary and that she
She didn't want me anymore.
She would never. Your mother would never think that about her daughter.
But how do you know?
Because I'm a mother too. Mothers always love their children, no matter what. No matter if we die. No matter how the world changes. There's nobody who loves you more in the world than...
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
I hope Kamawana and Medissa won't have to feel so lonely anymore.
Yeah, trying to stop the waterworks gets old fast.
Listen, if it's not too personal, was your mother,
She's dead. I lost her when I was even younger than you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It just means we've got things in common. So no feeling sad and alone, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't feel lonely or anything, I swear.
What's gotten into you? You're so strange sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Eleanor, I'll have you watch over Kamawana and Medissa.
Yes, of course. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Are exorcists supposed to be so polite to a grand poobah of calamity or whatever?
Sure, why not? Besides, the Demon Lord ought to not trouble herself over such trivialities.
Velvet, Grimoire's calling for you. She says to bring Laphicet and meet her at the observation tower.
Got it.
We better get going then. Do you all have mothers?
Where'd that question come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamawana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either. But the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Eisen?
We Malachim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malachim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medissa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Eisen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malachim, too, can form precious bonds, true friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medissa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
You said that Malachim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an earth pulse point up on a sacred mountain. I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same earth pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are two Malachim always siblings if they come from the same earth pulse point?
No. Other Malakim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No. I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Ah, there you two are.
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Innominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Innominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Innominat?
No, Artorias is not that kind of man. His 2 primary ideals are the many over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laphi to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean that's who he is as far as you know, yeah? People change, Velvet. Perhaps the shepherd gave up hope. Maybe he lost faith in mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laphi's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Innominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.